The shortcut to your fitness goals is that there actually isn't a shortcut, and that searching for shortcuts, whether it is a specific diet like intermittent fasting, meat only, I think there's actually some other term for it that I don't remember because I do not pay attention to diets like that, but whatever it might be, or it's a special exercise or a special training program that builds maximum muscle. Whatever this shortcut that is being proposed to you, it is likely going to distract you from focusing on what is actually important for getting closer to your goals. And this is most likely going to lead you to just spinning your wheels until you actually start focusing on the right thing. So, what is it that you should be focusing on? What are kind of the big fundamentals that I think are going to make the biggest difference when it comes to reaching your fitness goals? Well, let's break it down into 3 different segments here. Number 1, training. What are the most important things to focus on when it comes to your training? Well, there's different training variables that are going to make the biggest difference when it comes to growing muscle. And say hi to my dog Ragnar in the back that is inspecting the light that I have on back there. Yeah, just go lay down, buddy. All right, thank you. So these are going to be, one, the primary stimulus for muscle growth in general is going to be your training. And when it comes to your training, the number one thing to focus on is how many hard sets per muscle per week are you doing within the 8 to 15 rep range. So challenging sets per muscle per week. And in general, a good place to start is somewhere in the 8 to 12 set range per muscle per week, and then gradually scaling that up until you reach a place in which you can't recover, and then repeating that process. And for more details on that, make sure you see my video on how much to train. Now, when it comes to your nutrition, the primary focus should be on total calories consumed. If you want to gain muscle, it's important to consume enough calories that you're gaining roughly about 1% of your body weight per month. So a 200-pound guy would shoot to gain about 2 pounds of body weight per month. And then if your goal is cutting body fat, the most important thing is eating the amount of calories that results in you losing between about 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. All right, so a 200-pound guy might shoot to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week while cutting. And then second to total calories is going to be total protein intake. Eating roughly about 1 gram per pound of body weight is just a nice, easy general rule of thumb that works. All right, so for nutrition, calories, and protein intake. And then the third kind of segment to focus on is getting enough sleep and managing stress. About 7+ hours of sleep per night in general is going to work for a lot of people, but be honest with yourself. You know if you're getting enough sleep or not. Make sure it is a priority if you want to get to your goals as fast as possible. So rather than focusing on shortcuts to your fitness goal and doing some special diet, some special training program, I think if you focus on the core tenets of with your training, make sure that you're doing an effective training program. Make sure that you're training with enough hard sets per muscle per week, training with good form, and providing that stimulus for muscle growth or muscle retention. For nutrition, make sure you're eating enough total calories or the appropriate total calories to either gain or lose weight, and then also make sure you're eating enough protein. And then for recovery, make sure you're sleeping enough and managing stress. And I think that by focusing on these 3 things and being consistent with these 3 things, that you're going to get to your goals much faster. And did you like my dog's little belly flop on his bed over there? He is so excited because I gave him a little toy. You're going to get to your goals much faster compared to searching for a shortcut.